I'm Angela Yee. Mayno's in the building.
New Mayo.
Not
the old one.
Not the old one.
Yeah.
I have to be completely honest with you.
What's up, baby?
One of the guests who we have on the show today.
Is who?
We pre-recorded this, but when I tell you he came up here with a whole bunch of food, Dara, he is one of the owners of Say Less. Yes.
Not say more. Say less.
Say Less. And if y'all do not know this restaurant, it is one of the most popular restaurants. They do pop-ups too at different events.
Dara's like a little celebrity out here.
He is definitely a celebrity. He's been in this food industry for decades, I feel like. As a matter of fact, one night I was with you at a restaurant when Dara was the manager, and you got somebody in big trouble that night.
That was Philippe.
Yeah,
because
he used to manage Philippe's. Yes.
Yeah.
But now look, I think that's the main thing in life, right? You should be always, when you're working somewhere, thinking about how can I own? And that's exactly what Dara did. He got all the knowledge, he got all the contacts, he got everything together, and now Say Less is one of the most popular restaurants.
Yeah.
All right, and also Erica Ford, Beanie, Sigel, and Gregory Jackson Jr. are going to be joining us today. We know Erica Ford as the founder of Life Camp, and now Beanie Sigel is involved.
Oh, okay.
All right,
That's
and Gregory
dope.
Jackson Jr., who is the deputy
together.
director. Yeah, they came up together.
Oh, nice.
And Gregory Jackson Jr., he's the deputy director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Really important conversation. And when we come back, who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let's shine a light. It's way up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Mayno's in the building.
Yes, I am.
All right, and it's time to shine a light. 800-292-5150. And today, I want to shine a light on Mary J. Blige.
Mary.
Yeah, how could you not?
MJB.
You know, Mary J. Blige just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of
Major.
Fame. That is a major thing, but she's always been major anyway. And this is a great class, too, by the way, that she's being inducted into, because A Tribe Called Quest is also being inducted.
Yeah. I felt like they would have been in there already.
Me, too.
They
There's
got in
certain people like Eric B. and Rakim, they were nominated, but they didn't make it in this year, but I feel like they should have been in there already, too. Also, Kool and the Gang.
They not in there?
They just got in, too, into this class. So shout out to all of them. But, you know, Mary J. Blige, I feel like her music has helped so many people get through so many things.
It's timeless.
And I know people like to say, oh, when you're going through something, it's great. But I love her music when she's feeling herself, too. So she said she is beyond grateful. This is incredible. God always has the final say. Thank you to all my fans all over the world. She's also, by the way, said that this next album might be her last album. But you know what? We celebrate you, Mary J. Blige. Now,
Sometimes we feel like that. Let's see how she feels after.
Right. All right. Well, who do you guys want to shine a light on? Eddie, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Angela? Wow, I remember calling you when you first started. I think I was one of your first callers, and I had said congratulations to you guys. I'm really happy for you guys.
I'm glad you stuck around. Thanks, Eddie.
That's awesome. I see Mayno's there. Okay, Mayno.
What's happening, bro?
Nah, man. Hey, listen, I just wanted to shine a light on me, actually, this time. I know last time I had shed it on my wife because she's dealing with rheumatoid arthritis and she's really sick.
Okay.
But this time she pushed me to do something that I'm really proud of. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional talking about it, but I actually do fitness on TikTok now. It's a passion I've had for years, and I'm blowing up on TikTok, and a lot of people are actually thanking me, and there's kids asking me questions. So I'm doing something now for the community. It's been a while I've been doing for my wife, and she's actually telling me to push and actually do for the community. I live here in Virginia Beach.
That's really good, man.
I like it. What's your TikTok?
It's EBOMB, EBOMB 78. You can't miss it. It's a diesel-ass guy with a hat.
Okay, all right. Let me see if I can follow you. I don't use my TikTok as much as I should. I'm going to get on there right now.
Diesel Guy with a Hat. Is that the name of it? Diesel Guy with a Hat?
Nah, I mean, it was EBOMB 78.
Okay.
All right, thank you, and congratulations. I like the
Hey,
fact
I appreciate you guys, too. You too, Mano. You're doing big things. I'm really happy how you changed your life around. So
thank you,
bless you guys a lot.
All right.
How's your wife doing now?
She's still really sick.
Well, let's send her some
There's
love.
nothing I could do for her, so.
We'll send her some
Just
love
support and
today,
love her.
too.
All right, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for calling. All right, well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, Dara, he is the founder of one of the most popular and best restaurants. It's called Say Less. They've done pop-ups at events all over the world. He'll be joining us at the top of the hour. It's Way Up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah.
You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angie's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I'm here with a special guest, Dara. Now, I've never had to say your last name before, Dara, but let's see if I get this right. Mirjahangiry.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, they had to spell it phonetically for me. But it worked out. Now, I've known Dara forever just from being in the food industry. Originally, Philippe's.
Correct.
And now look at you with your own restaurant, Say Less, but not just a restaurant, but like a destination location here in New York. And that's SEI Less. Now, a lot of athletes and celebrities and artists end up coming to Say Less. How did y'all manage to get that following? Because that is something that I feel like any business should want to figure out. And it's not an easy thing to do, to build those relationships where they trust you, but they also feel like, all right, I know I can bring like the whole Brooklyn Nets basketball team here and we're going to have a good time. Or the Knicks, it's not that far from the Garden.
Yeah, so those relationships are relationships that, I've built through probably the last 12 years. As you mentioned, when I was at Philippe, that was before there was Instagram, before there was Uber. So it was a different time in nightlife, I think, and hospitality where things were a little bit more organic and I used to go out a lot more. That was before I had a family. So, I would meet people at the restaurant, then I would go to the club with them, and then I would get introduced to new people at the club.
And that's work. People don't look at that. They think you're just having fun.
Yeah.
But that is work.
Yeah, listen, I definitely had a lot of fun, but it was work, building the relationships, getting the contact information, following up with people. And then I would also get out on the road. I'd go to Vegas for big events, Miami, LA, it could be, NBA All-Star Weekend. It could be, the Grammys, the Oscars, the Super Bowl. I was always at those events networking with different people.
Right now, I'm talking to Dara. And if you've never been to the famous restaurant, Say Less, here in New York City, as well as the pop-ups they've been having around the world, then you are missing out. He's the owner of that restaurant. Some people don't like to have a hip-hop crowd. How were you able to see that vision and make people feel like welcomed? Because some places people don't feel welcome.
I'm an immigrant myself, so I understand how sometimes people are wanted, sometimes people aren't wanted. You can't get the celebrity following without getting the following that comes with the celebrity following. So you just have to understand how to deal with the people. We worry about having good people. It doesn't matter if you're famous, if you're not a good person but you're famous, we don't really show you love either.
Right.
You got to be respectful to the staff, you got to be respectful to the venue. Everyone that comes to the restaurant, they pay. We don't comp celebrities just to get them to come to the restaurant. People genuinely come there because they want to be there.
Right.
And we respect their privacy and try to treat people the way you want to be treated. It's a pretty simple formula.
And you've been doing a lot of pop-ups lately.
Yeah.
So how instrumental has that been as far as in promoting the restaurant? And what made you guys decide, okay, we got to start doing these pop-ups?
The pop-up concept is very important to what we do because it allows us to take our brand on the road to a different market. And then it lets us understand, will our brand work well there? We try to do it around events that there's a high concentration of our clients already in the market. And I think also the cuisine kind of caters towards that, is where, Chinese food, you could cook it a lot faster than a lot of other cuisines. But again, the customers are the ones that really dictate where we go. And we'll be doing a lot more pop-ups over the next year. And then obviously the long-term goal is to open up new locations.
Do you know where yet?
Atlanta, Dallas, Miami, Vegas, LA. Those are big markets where a lot of our clients are from already.
All right. Well, Dara, y'all make sure you go to Say Less when you come to New York, but make a reservation if need be. And definitely one of my favorite places to eat. So thank you so much, Dara, for coming through.
Thank you, Angela.
And when we come back, Mayo, you've met quite a few women at Say Less. But let's talk about how we can help Mayo find love.
Oh, man. I think ever since that lady called up here, man, it's been a mission to find me love.
All right, we're going to discuss it because I have some ideas for you. It's
Really?
way up.
Turn it up. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano's in the building.
Yes, I'm in the building.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Mano, you've been looking for love.
I don't know if I was looking. I think love been looking for me.
You've been telling me for as long as I can remember that you really wanted to settle down.
Allegedly.
Have you said it,
Allegedly.
yes or no?
I've said it in moments of alcohol.
So I did a deep dive for you.
You did it.
Because I know you so well. As far as how can you actually meet some quality, good single women who you could settle down with instead of what you've been chasing?
And what I've been chasing. Let's get that. Let's throw that out there.
You've been chasing fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
But they calling up right now. What are they chasing?
Okay. And they are going to continue to call out. But I want to think about the places where you're meeting women, right?
And where am I meeting them at?
You tell me. I'm asking you. Where are the places that you meet women?
I'm meeting women at church.
What church? You gonna lie about church?
Every now and then.
So you've met a woman at church?
Every now and then, I will pull up at a church.
Just to meet women?
No.
Okay, I was like, whoa.
No, absolutely
All
not.
right, we'll go to church together.
Yeah, and and it just,
I want to see how you come dressed
happens
to church.
be women there.
Okay,
Hey, Mayo.
where else? Where do you go to meet women?
Outside.
Outside is such a broad term because all I'm thinking about is I'm outside, we outside. So that's what you want. A woman who's outside.
No, maybe like Chelsea House or something.
Okay. All right. So this is what I think you need to do. I think you
Talk to
need
me.
to stop doing the same regular routines that you
Okay.
always have because you're not going to meet anybody. You're going to see the same people all the time.
So give
that
me
you're used
some
to
help.
being around. So, for instance, have you ever did volunteer work?
Like what?
I think we should do some volunteer work. You know, maybe we can do some
like the
at the
soup
shelter.
kitchen.
Yeah, things like
I've
that.
done that. Yeah.
All right, but let's make that
What kind
work.
of women are there though?
People who also want to help.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You know, I think also going to some coffee shops. You've never had
Coffee
coffee,
shops. Never
but
did,
I have
yeah.
one called Coffee Uplifts People.
Okay.
And there's always women in the coffee shop. Let me tell you something. Working on their laptop, chilling, and they stay there all day. I know you work out.
Right.
So any type of like, and I'm
In
sure.
the gym.
Yeah, in the gym. That's also another great place. Or
I've met women in the gym.
yeah, see? Taking classes too. Are there any things that you feel like you want to take a class to learn about? You know, cooking or anything?
That would be good. Cooking.
A cooking class.
Yeah.
All right, if anybody
How
wants
about
to
that?
take a
We
cooking
need to set
class.
that
With Mayo. But, you know, I looked at this website, also betterhelp.com, that talks about where you should go when you are looking to meet women and why does it feel so difficult, how to start a conversation with a woman who you don't know.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
But I also feel like women that you might like may feel like you ain't ish.
Why would they feel like
Because
that?
I tried to help you with a woman.
Why you putting my business?
And I think she was intimidated, like, oh, I don't know.
You know, I'm highly bothered by that too.
I know you are.
Right, that kind of really disturbed me. You know.
I would love to put you on a dating app. What dating app would be the best dating app for Mayo? Y'all hit me up and let me know. I'm going to help create his profile and I will vet the women and we're going to set him up. It's way up.
Crazy.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
All you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee and Mayo is here with me. And he's an award-winning advice giver.
Award-winning.
So let's see your work. We got Yizzy on the line today. What's up, Yizzy?
Hey, so I have been in a domestic relationship for the past 6 years, and he doesn't really do much, but we get into fights all the time. He came to my house at 4 a.m. about a threesome, broke my nose, busted my lip, and then decided to say that he wanted to get for my friend while my friend was there, but I was talking to the police.
Oh,
And so
gosh.
then I want to claim full custody of my kids. There's no reason for you to see them. But everybody's saying I'm being petty and being a bitter baby mom.
Safety is the first major concern. Have you gone to court when it comes to custody and do you have a restraining order?
I do have a restraining order.
Why do you feel like you can't get away?
Because the type of people that they are. So to me, it was more of a being scared type thing. But I'm to the point now where I'm tired of being scared.
Mm-hmm. If you feel like he could potentially harm the children or harm you again, you have to stay away from him. And he needs to be required to get some help for himself in order for him to ever be a productive human being, let alone a good father. He's got to go through some programming. If he wants to see his kids, it would have to be in a situation where, you know, there's some type of guardian that's there watching everything, because the court will put all of that into place. And I know some people are very hesitant to get the court involved because once they're there, it can provide a lot of roadblocks. But it feels like in this particular situation, you need it. And it is hard to keep a father from their kids. But if the safety is the main concern, and, you know, sometimes you need a mediator. Obviously, you guys can't figure this out amongst each other. You shouldn't even be talking to him, you know, without the courts intervening. And there's also apps where you guys can when you have conversations with each other, that will be recorded and that will be on public record so that everybody can see what's happening. So you don't have to communicate with him in any way outside of that. But I think that it's time for you to get somebody else to come in between this. You already have the restraining order. This is literally like your life on the line.
Yeah.
You okay?
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's emotional because I get tired of seeing my kids seeing me cry. It's a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry, babe. I really, really want you to just handle this. And you know what'll make you feel better? Taking those steps that you need to take to get everything back in order, to take care of your kids, to take care of you. And it's okay for you to be crying, to be upset. It's normal. You went through a lot emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
But let's start today. You don't need nobody else to agree with what you got going on or what you have to do. You know what you need to do.
Right, you got to live for you and your kids. Don't worry about what nobody else has to say.
Thank you.
All right, Yizzy, we are sending you so much love and support. And please feel free to check back in anytime you need to.
I definitely will.
Okay. All right, well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And we will definitely try to help you the best way that we can. And coming up, we have the founder of Life Camp, Erica Ford. We have Beanie Sigel, and we have Gregory Jackson Jr. on the way. He is the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. It's Way Up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah.
You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angie's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And, first off, let me introduce my girl. Erica Ford is here. And you're Life Camp for Life.
Life Camp for Life.
Yeah.
But that's the baton. And I'm moving on.
She says that, but I
Way Up.
I don't believe
with Angela Yee is Way Up with Erica Ford.
And Beanie Sigel is here. This is like our sit down now on Way Up, because I wasn't there when you were on when you came to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to have you in the building.
The pleasure's all mine.
All right. And then we have Gregory Jackson Jr., and you are the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Prevention and Special Assistant to the President.
Yeah.
So, and this is something that Joe Biden actually implemented last year, right?
Yeah. We about 6 months in right at this point. So excited to be here.
All right. And Beanie Sigel, so now you are also working on this gun prevention campaign. And so tell me how this all happened, because I want to see what the synergy is, how this all started.
So Beans was trying to shoot me one day.
Oh.
With
the camera, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, with a camera. I think it just was destiny. I know I didn't want to just be an artist, and that was just the end of my legacy. Beanie Sigel, the rapper.
If there's somebody I'm going to listen to when it comes to this, it's Beanie Sigel, okay?
Yeah.
Because I think it's also important to meet people where they're at and for them to understand why gun prevention is such an important topic for us to be discussing, because it has gotten very political. And that's when I'm going to throw it to you, Gregory Jackson Jr., because you are working with the White House, and this is a new position. Like you said, it's only a 6-month-old position. So tell me how you ended up getting involved and why you were tapped to be part of this initiative.
For me, it started when I was shot in April 2013. It nearly cost me my life. But when I was in the hospital, I'll never forget turning on the TV and watching leaders in Washington saying they couldn't take action because I was shot 3 days after the Senate failed to pass a background check vote. Ooh. I went through 6 different surgeries, 6 months of recovery, but was committed that if I got back on my feet, I would literally do all I can in this work. And so that's where I pivoted, started working at the congressional level to push forward bills. We passed the first bill on gun violence in 29 years. And when President Biden was elected, day one, I was on the horn with his team. Erica and I did a big call with a bunch of other activists that first week and said, here's what we need to see done. And of those requests, nearly all of them have been advanced. But the biggest one was that we needed them to have a team to work on this every day, because gun violence happens every day. It's not just about mass shootings. It's about our folks that are impacted every day. And so that team was assembled, and they turned around and said, well, Greg, we want you to serve on it. And Erica advised on it. So so we're here, and that's how I got started.
Right. And Beanie Sigel, you had the story. I remember when you got shot, and that was in the news, and people were not sure.
Yeah, I heard I died and all that. I'm at a point right now where, I had to back up from the industry. I'm here to be on the ground with Erica.
But when Beans got shot and almost died, what help did he get? What therapeutic help did he get? Greg in the White House, when he got shot, what help did he get?
Right.
None. They didn't get none. Then when those trauma and pain that they have grows in them and it impacts their decisions, we blame their decision. Not the system that created where the decision came from.
All right. Well, Erica Ford is here, the founder of Life Camp. Beanie Sigel is here, and Gregory Jackson Jr., who is the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. We have more with them when we come back. It's Way Up.
And I'm back.
We about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we are all about solutions. That's why we have Gregory Jackson Jr. here today. He's the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. We also have the founder of Life Camp, Erica Ford, in the building, as well as Beanie Sigel, who is also now working with Life Camp. So what are some things that are being done, and how can we support that?
The first executive order on April 8th, we moved forward the first series of executive actions on gun violence. It focused on programs for community violence intervention programs like Life Camp. How do we get more dollars? Opened up $10 billion for programs like Life Camp. And before that, there was $0 federally. So we went from $0 to $10 billion in the first few months. That also included resources for youth that have been impacted by violence, for folks coming home from prison. But thinking about how do we provide resources for those who are most at risk was the first step. But since then, we passed the first bill on gun violence in 29 years, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. And that created the 988 Suicide Lifeline. It included investments for 14,000 school-based mental health professionals.
Great.
That's a 35% increase. We turned gun trafficking into a federal offense. We've already prosecuted over 300 traffickers. We shut down 152 gun stores that were breaking laws and violating the law in order to sell guns to youth and other folks who, frankly, were prohibited. But we also looked at how do we get upstream and make sure that we're not just cracking down on our youth and that young brother who maybe has a gun to protect himself, but how do we hold the dealers accountable, the manufacturers accountable? We put 2 ghost gun companies out of business. Right. So we're thinking about how do we hold the whole industry accountable while moving literally billions of resources into life-saving programs.
Right now, I'm talking to founder of Life Camp, Erica Ford, alongside hip-hop royalty, Beanie Sigel, and Gregory Jackson Jr., the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention.
You know, we have a national platform. It's called the Black and Brown Peace Coalition, and so folks can text Fund Peace to 51555 and just be part of our national team. You know, if they have an organization in a different city, we bring people together in the ecosystem to help get part of this money that Greg was talking about in the different cities, or just get access to, you know, we just did Gaming for Peace. A young kid in Georgia won $15,000.
Wow.
Right? Just playing video games because we want to meet them where they're at. During Gun Violence Awareness Month in June, we're going to be doing the Gaming for Peace again because we want to get to that population that feels that they don't have hope. There's no reason to vote. There's no reason to do the right thing because everything points to negative. They don't know how to talk their friends off the ledge or their girlfriend or their son, you know, when they're having problems. Like, we want to bring folks together to show them that there is access to hope and there is a way to change your life. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing now is sharing the wisdom that I've learned over the last 36 years and teaching and working with people and mentoring people on how to succeed in this field and how to grow whatever it is you're trying to do and connect the people to the right things and bring people like you and other folks to the ground so that we can prosper off of our collective reach and really change the conditions of our people from Detroit to Memphis to Atlanta, Georgia, to Philly, who's getting ready to get beat by the New York Knicks in this playoff season.
Never.
Oh, it was so peaceful a minute ago.
I don't want to talk football, though.
No, not yet.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. We'll keep it going. And I'll make sure we keep us updated, you know, before June.
Yes.
That's love.
Yes.
All right. Thank
Appreciate
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Amazing show today. Thank you, Mayo.
Thank you.
You know, it's Way Up, and I couldn't do this without you.
Come on, you know.
It's always fun. Whenever you walk in here,
Right.
I'm like, I'm so
Stop
excited.
having these other knockoff guests here, though.
Oh my gosh.
The knockoffs, like, please.
For anybody listening, he's not talking about you. If you've been a guest up here.
Talking about you.
Yeah, right. But also, thank you to Dara, the owner of Say Less, for joining us today. By the way, my tea is also in Say Less.
See?
You know, from Coffee Uplifts People. The
That's
tea
right.
by Coffee Uplifts
Yee tea.
People. You can go in there and order the tea. Don't spill the tea. Say less. You like it? All right. Also, thank you to Erica Ford, Beanie Siegel, and Gregory Jackson Jr. for joining us today. Gregory Jackson Jr. is the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Erica Ford is the founder of Life Camp. And of course, we know who Beanie Siegel is. And now he's involved
I supply it now
with Life Camp. But anyway, those full interviews are available on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And you guys, of course, have the last word.
Hey, Angela Yee. I want to shine a light on my fiance, Kiara. She's the best. I want to thank her for allowing me to be me. And I want to say I love you, baby. And I hope you love me as much as I love you.
Hi, I would like to shine a light on my son, LeVare Tate. He was shot about a week ago. He's just so strong and he's so smart. And I love him so much. I love you, son.
Angela Yee is way up.
All the way up.